Holiday season is slowly approaching. And if you're in charge of the mac and cheese this year, I know you need a good recipe. Let me tell you, this is a family favorite recipe, loved by many. This is my creamy, baked, 7 cheese mac and cheese. Yes, I said 7 cheeses. Now, I don't know how y'all make y'all's, but this is how I make mine. For 1 pound of pasta, I'm using 16 cups of heavily salted water. We salt our pasta water to add flavor to the noodles and also help release some of that starch. And now I'm going to go ahead and drain these noodles and add them to a mixing bowl. You can add a half a stick of butter to that if you like. Now I'm going to shred these cheeses. For this full mac and cheese recipe, and now would be a good time to run, not walk, to my website to get this recipe. And that's on uniqueeats.net. So lately I've been on my European style butter kick just to see if I can see a difference in my food. Now I'm using it to make this roux. When making a roux, you want equal parts fat and flour. The ratio is 1-to-1. Once you whisk it, it should be already thickening up, forming a paste like this right here. And you want to let this cook for at least 2 to 5 minutes to cook off that raw flour taste. Also, keep it moving in the pan. You don't want it to burn or stick or none of that. I'm using a quart of heavy whipping cream for this. Slowly add that and continue to whisk because you don't want no lumps in this. So now it's going to start thickening up because I'm working over medium heat, but look at that, smooth with no lumps. Now I'm slowly adding in all of my shredded cheeses. Watch that heat because you don't want this cheese to burn. You definitely got to use some of your elbow grease because the stuff is thick, but I don't like my mac and cheese super duper runny, you know. Once all my cheese is melted, I broke out my whisk again. This is the smooth, velvety texture I'm looking for my cheese sauce, but now we got to season it. I always season my sauce after I add the cheese because cheese is already salty. Regular season blend, y'all. Kosher salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and cayenne pepper. Sometimes in the past, I would add a little Cajun seasoning, but I don't really like that no more, y'all. So I got that all seasoned up. Everybody taste buds different. Use a teaspoon up to a tablespoon of each. Season this stuff to taste. Now I'm going to add a little bit of country Dijon mustard. You can also add ground mustard. Now that's going to really balance things out in this sauce and highlight the flavors of the cheese. The mustard also stabilizes the sauce. It won't break as easy or curdle while it's in the oven baking. All right, now I'm really giving y'all some free game. I don't care if it's mac and cheese or Alfredo, any type of pasta dish, you got to have that fresh basil up in there. Fresh basil really enhances and brightens the flavor for me. And you always want to add the fresh basil in last towards the end of cooking, just so you don't kill its flavor. So yeah, this is my cheese sauce or bechamel, whatever word you're most familiar with. So yeah, y'all get it. I'm adding in my cheese sauce with a little bit of pasta water because I want it like really creamy. I don't want it super thick, but I don't want it too runny either. Like, this is perfect to me. And you could tell if it's good by the sound. Yeah, that's some good macaroni. I didn't have to grease the baking dish because I already added butter to the noodles. And of course, I forgot the sour cream, so I added that in right at the end when I mixed in some more cheeses to this macaroni. And then I spread it out evenly and added the rest of my cheeses to the top. I baked this on 375 for about 20 minutes. After that, I put it under the broiler for about 5 minutes. It could have went a little longer under the broiler, but I stopped it right here. We know this was 5, but I'm going to taste test it for y'all. Don't say nothing about me eating over this pan. This is my food for me and mine. I'm not selling this food. This is not for a client. This is my mac and cheese, okay? And now tell me, would y'all want a plate of this or what? You trying to impress everybody on Thanksgiving or what? Y'all need to check this recipe out. You know I had to cook it up.